Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Audio Drive X podcast. I'm here with another special guest today. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Ginny Ranger of Ginny and the Rearrangers, and we're an Ottawa Valley indie rock band.
Nice, yes, and yes, Jenny is the singer. I've had
Yeah,
the pleasure of knowing Jenny for roughly a year, I guess now, and
yeah, we're
yep,
coming up to Jammy Jam again, so that's I think when we met.
yep, yep, for sure. So, uh, we'll do this little interview, like we have the other ones, and kind of get a feeling of who Jenny is and what she's all about. So, Jenny, first question: what's some of your biggest influences?
Well, I'd have to say that Stevie Nicks is at the top of my list. I mean, I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan, but I'm a Stevie Nicks fan, and I just love everything about her. I love her vibe. I love her drive. I love her courage to use her voice and say whatever comes to her, whenever inspires her.
Nice.
And then I guess number two would probably be Zeppelin. I'm a huge Zepp head.
Hmm.
And I have had a celebrity crush on Courtney Love since I can remember. So Courtney Love would probably be number three. I like her audacity and I just like her fire. And
Yeah,
again, her like bravery on stage, just do whatever she wants. So,
yeah, yeah. She's one of those. Yeah, for sure. Um, what would be your dream venue to play?
so I actually got some advice probably about a year ago from a musician friend of mine that said, like, you need to have immediate goals, but you need to have like a 5 year plan or like a 5 year goal. So I've decided that I'm playing Ottawa Blues Fest. So that's going to be my
Nice, nice,
answer. And pretty much whatever choices I'm making, most of them are geared towards getting me on that stage.
for sure. And I think that's a pretty achievable goal for bands in this area. I think to strive for.
I
You know,
think so too. Yeah.
that
Beyond that, I haven't mapped it out yet. So I
yeah,
don't know. We'll see what
baby
happens
step.
after Blues Fest.
Yeah, baby steps, baby steps.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, nice, cool. That's a yeah. I'll be there watching you when you do get there. That's for sure.
Right on.
Bring
You
bring the
better.
whole. Awesome. What would you consider the most underrated album?
That's a tough question. And I have a really broad and eclectic musical taste. Um, but gun to my head, I think like Tiny Music, the songs from the Vatican Gift Shop, which is Stone Temple Pilots' like third album. I
Yeah,
would say that one, in my opinion, was underrated. I think that nobody knew what to do with it when it came out because it added this like glam rock aspect to their grunge sound. And I just love that they swerved away from what they were doing and what was working and what was making money. And they did what they believed in and tried something new, which would have been probably really risky at the time, I think. And like,
yeah,
I don't know, there's some great songs on the album like Big Bang Baby and Lady Picture Show and um Pop's Love Suicide, which was like just so different from what we saw from like Purple and Core, right?
for sure. It's it's uh
Yeah,
it's one of those albums where like you can't believe it's the same band, right?
exactly.
Like,
And I
you
love
listen.
that. I love that they weren't afraid to experiment. Like have
Yeah,
dipping a toe into the music scene already, even at the like the level that I'm at right now, which is nowhere near Stone Temple Pilots. There's a
no,
pressure on you to like pick a lane and stay in it, right? Because it's more marketable. So, and I
that's right.
understand that, of course, but I just think that was like a brilliant move and really an interesting album and underrated.
For sure, for sure. I agree with you. That's one that you don't hear too much about. And I remember
Hmm.
when I was growing up, I had that album. And I was like, how is this the same band? I had the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
everybody else. Awesome. Um, what would be your guilty pleasure song?
I'm gonna take so much shit for this, but I'm a closet Britney Spears fan. So, like to pick a song, I don't know, pretty much anything from Britney Spears. I love Circus and the Blackout album too. I really liked
Oh,
those, and especially after her documentary came out, and just how interesting and difficult her life was. And I think those songs are crafted really well. I think the lyrics are really good and interesting, and I just think that that's definitely my guilty pleasure.
yeah. Dethrone, I've had
I'm
some
sneaking off to listen to
interesting
Britney Spears while the guys are all listening to the Metallica Black album. So,
whatever gets you into the mood, right? Like I've had
yeah,
some inter-
exactly.
I've had some interesting ones that were a lot weirder than that. So,
Oh, you
but
think? Yeah, okay, good.
uh,
I was like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Trust me, I've had some of them mention Hanson. So,
Okay,
so
wow.
it's
I'm
yeah.
lucky too because like Brian in my band is a Britney Spears fan. He has like a couple of Britney Spears t-shirts. I stole one from him actually. I'm like, I'm keeping this is mine now. So, but it's
Actually,
nice to have a fellow closet Britney fan in the band.
I just recently heard. On that note, Jack Black does a cover of "Baby One More Time," and I
I
heard it.
don't doubt it. You know, I really like Jack Black's, like when he tackles a cover. They're
Yeah,
always interesting choices. So that doesn't even surprise me.
no,
I
I
heard
would
Keith Urban cover Pink Pony Club too.
see, and that's funny. I was just talking to somebody the other day. The first time I heard that Pink Pony Club was when Corey Taylor did it live during a Stone Sour concert, and I was like, "Really?" And
Oh,
then and then my daughter told me that
I was
yeah,
like, what have you been living under a rock? You never heard Chapel Roan?
no, I did afterward because I don't listen to the
Right,
local radio. I don't. I listen to what's on my phone, and I
right.
yeah, that's how I find out new music. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's all right.
No, I
Uh,
love a weird cover.
yeah, yeah, I do too. That's why I have my Tuesday reels are cover songs versus originals. Some of them are better, some of them are
Right.
not.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Um, what would you consider the most influential event or moment for music?
Like in all of history, I don't know, man.
Well,
But
like you
I
know,
think the
since rock,
obvious one, I think the obvious one would be like Woodstock, like the original Woodstock. So what's that, like 69? I mean, you couldn't get any more crazy big names on one bill, and they were all just out in a farmer's field. And I read that it was like four guys that were just trying to fund a recording studio. And that's why they did
yeah,
it. They started it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
um,
So I would say Woodstock must be the one that stands out for most people. That's the
for
first thing
sure.
that came to my mind.
Yeah, and you know what?
Like in my lifetime, or like musical events that have affected me. The one that I remember from high school was, well, we went to every Edge Fest that came to Ottawa, so that was a big deal when I was in high
yeah,
school. I wasn't allowed to go, but another roadside attraction was happened when I was in high school. So that was the big Tragically Hip concert that with the big mud pit and everything. My parents wouldn't let me go. So I would say that's like the most memorable one that I can think of as another roadside attraction, like since I've been alive and involved in
gotcha.
music.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? You know what? And I also pinpoint. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I also pinpoint Woodstock for being good for female artists in the future. For the you have uh, Tracy Chapman. They needed to fill in, right? And she just got up there and rocked out with her acoustic guitar in front of
Hmm.
however many
So
fans.
do you mean like the Woodstock in the 90s? I
No,
was meaning like
69.
Woodstock in 69.
69.
Yeah, Tracy Chapman wouldn't have been around then. I don't
Uh,
think.
Yeah,
I think you must be
yeah.
thinking of the Woodstock again that happened in the '90s with like who played at that, like Fred Durst and it was like
Oh no,
Corn, and
this
they had like the
was
big riots and the fires and stuff.
well. Who did? Yeah, give me one reason.
In yeah, that's Tracy Chapman. But I'm telling you that that song wasn't a
Okay,
thing in 1969. It would have been probably from the
maybe it was the
Woodstock that they
'94.
hosted in the
Yeah, maybe it
90s.
was
Yeah,
'94.
because back in '69 it was like Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah, yeah,
CCR, the
yeah.
Grateful Dead, Santana.
Okay, I was misinformed. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I thought she was that was back then. Okay,
Nope,
um,
nope. You're showing your age.
you got me. You got me.
Hmm.
uh, all right. That was a good one. What would you consider your top three favorite albums?
I hate these questions like what's your favorite song and what's your favorite album because I'm so like I change my mind daily, weekly if not daily. But I mean, gun to my head, Led Zeppelin 3 would be at the top of
Okay.
my list. I mean, Since I've Been Loving You is my favorite Zeppelin song of all time and I'm a big Zepp fan. Um the Rage Against the Machine album when I was in high school, that really affected me. That had a huge influence on me for sure. I played that thing to death, like
The,
just over and over again until the CD player didn't work anymore, right?
is that
And what's that?
the self-titled one or which one?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Their first album, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Um and then Road Apples. That album means a lot to me. I've always been
Yeah.
very attached to it. I'm a Tragically Hip fan through and through.
Okay.
And that's my favorite hip album. I well like a lot of the other ones, but definitely my favorite. And I have told this story a couple of times, but back in my day, because I was born in 1980, we used to have oh, what was that thing in the mail with this? You get CDs in the mail. Columbia House.
Cool.
We had
Yeah.
Columbia House, so you pay like a membership fee and you get a new CD every month, right?
Yep.
And it was the
Yeah.
CD of the month though. You didn't get to choose it. So I got the Metallica Black album, and one was one of the ones that I had, and I listened to it a lot, and I love that album. But we would take our CDs on the bus to go to high school, and we would trade CDs. It's like after you've listened to yours, you trade it off for somebody else's. And I
Yeah.
traded my Metallica Black album for Road Apples by the Tragically Hip, and I'm still convinced I got the better end of that deal. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
Love that
Right on.
album. Yeah, probably like The Luxury is such a great song. I cover it sometimes when I'm playing acoustic by myself. And Bring It All Back. I love that one. On the Verge, Cordelia, like so many good like hip songs on that album specifically.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Whoa. No, that was pretty good. That's kind of all the questions I have. You want to tell us what's in store with you and your band in the future?
I would love to do that. So, like I said, I'm Ginny from Ginny and the Rearrangers, and we're an indie rock band from the Ottawa Valley, but we play some cover songs, but we've got like 10 original songs. Number 11's on the way, maybe on Sunday. We've got a writing session booked. So
Right.
we've got lots of gigs around the Ottawa Valley. We're playing Bowie's in Smith Falls. We're playing Long Shots in Deep River coming up. And I am planning my fifth annual Jammy Jam, which is the a pajama themed fundraiser for our women's shelter, the Bernadette McCann House. And that's happening on September 26th, and we will be having it in the Legends parking lot as long as the weather's favorable. And we'll have a big main stage and a side stage. We're going to have tons of raffles. We're going to have a silent auction. There'll be prizes for the ugliest pajamas, the sexiest pajamas, and the most unusual pajamas. We are going to have 50-50 draws. We've got Dog from the Dog and Gus show and the Doghouse sessions and Be Kind Radio is going to be again this year our MC. And we've got a lineup of 19 live musical acts to
Damn.
go from like 11 a.m. until 2 a.m. And we're going to end off with Elevated Events, who's going to supply a DJ, a local like DJ from here to finish us off downstairs at Legends during the night. And we've got a surprise headliner. So stay tuned and follow my pages if you'd like to find out who the big headliner is going to be. I'll be announcing it at some point between now and September 26th.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that surprise headliner. I was like, ooh. I
Yeah.
wonder who it's
It's
gonna be.
that's a secret that's staying under lock and key until I
Yeah.
decide I want to reveal it.
No,
It's
don't.
my birthday party. The Jammy Jam is my
Oh,
birthday. I'm turning 46 this year. So instead of having a birthday party, I host this fundraiser every year. And every dollar that the Jammy Jam collects at this event goes directly to the women's shelter. We managed to do every year with no overhead. Everybody donates. All the musicians are donating their sets. The venue donates the area. The local businesses donate all the raffle prizes and the silent auction items and everything. The community just comes together to support our women's shelter, which is so important.
for sure. And
Mhm.
to my local listeners, uh, I was fortunate enough to go last year for my first time, and it was well organized. It brought out quite a bit of people, and let's help Ginny grow that. Uh, I'm psyched
Thank
to
you.
see that it's outside this time. I think that's gonna add
Yeah, it's
another level.
outside. We're gonna start earlier, so
Yeah,
the last 2 years we've had fantastic weather. I'm always afraid by the end of September what the weather's going to be like. So we do have the inside available, and we're ready
yeah,
to just move everything on in if we need be. But I'd really like to have us outside and enjoying the sunshine. And we're right
yeah,
on Pembroke Street West, so I
yeah,
mean it's a great location. There's a whole front parking lot and the back parking lot. I'm not sure which one we're going to occupy just yet. I'm still working on the layout, but we're
for
working
sure.
on a vendor market this year too. So if
Nice,
there's any vendors looking for people to donate their photography services, and like I said, every dollar goes to the women's shelter, and every business that donates anything to the cause gets well advertised on our socials. So we want to thank the people in the community that have are helping us raise money for this like really important foundation.
for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Well, thanks, Jenny, for doing this interview. Again, to my
Thanks for having
listeners,
me.
uh, go check out Ginny and the Rearrangers. If you're local, uh, go follow them and find out where they're playing. If not, go find their music. Where's your music found? Pretty much anywhere.
Everywhere. Spotify,
Yeah,
Apple Music, Bandcamp. What are some
perfect.
other ones? I don't even know. Everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere the distro kid will put it. It's there.
Okay. Okay. So there, you heard it. Pretty much, search for them anywhere. They're really good music, and like I said, if you're local, go catch them live. They're pretty energetic, good rock band. That's all I could really. I don't know how else to put it, but they're a good
Mhm.
show to
Thank
watch.
you.
Anyways,
That
thank
was
you again,
very well
Jenny.
put. I love that.
Anyways, thank you again, Jenny, and it was a pleasure. Uh,
Yeah, thank
and,
you so much for having me. And
yeah,
I'm watching your show. It's really interesting. I love seeing all the music news and updates.
awesome. Well, thank you. Anyways, to all my fans and listeners, uh, thank you for watching or listening to this. We'll see you next time. Bye.